I wish that I could have knocked him out at the start, but as we saw, he came to my ears and whispered, "Please be easy on me." He thought I'm Mike Tyson and I will follow his script 40 seconds after I broke the clown's jaw. We are boxers, not content creators. I wish that I could have knocked him out at the start, but as we saw, I didn't want to put him down early. You all know I was handcuffed. I don't want to say anything that I will be regretting in the future, but all I can say now is the first 20 seconds was enough for me to end Jake Paul.
It's like this is the clearest fixed fight you're ever gonna see. Look at this guy holding his hands up and watch. Watch this. He literally shows him his chin and he goes down. It's so fake. Look at he's got nothing. It's like a guy who just learned boxing.
The day after I woke up and told my wife, "Why did I do that?" I don't know. I just don't know what the hell goes on. I remember one thing. I had a very hard moment in that part of my life, but I assure you, in that age, I could have put that clown in the first round, but I sold my soul.
And I'm like a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. And then you're going to fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division.
That gap between what people expected and what actually happened is where the truth starts to slip through, and it's showing everywhere once you stop pretending. The Tyson angle still bothers me, because memory loss isn't some funny story. It's a warning signal, and warnings don't just appear by accident. Whether the cause is physical, psychological, or something deeper that no one wants to acknowledge, it created an uneasiness that was never addressed, only hidden behind hype. And now Joshua's punch has dragged all of that back to the surface. So the real question is, who created this situation in the first place? Who approved it and let it happen?
That guy did great for someone who's been boxing for less than a decade. He has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury that were legitimate world-class boxers.
Professional fighters review footage differently, and this moment rattled people behind the scenes because they weren't watching drama. They were studying timing, range, and intention. And what they saw was a man realizing, far too late, that the rules had already changed. That realization is pure fear, because it means the safety net was never real. And when the safety net is imaginary, careers collapse quickly. That's why Rogan's voice shifted, not out of morality, but as a warning. He's witnessed situations cross dangerous boundaries before, and he can—
Oh no, I don't remember the fight that much. I kind of blanked out a little. Listen, know what I remember? Coming back from the first round. Then the next day I remember Jacob doing some kind of, I don't know, what was he doing at the ring?
Oh yeah, a little bow at the end, he bowed.
And that's the last thing I remember. But the day after the fight, the day after I woke up and told my wife, "Why did I do that?" I don't know. I just don't know what the hell goes on.
What did you think of Jake's power, man, when you were in there?
I don't remember it. But my body was really sore. Yeah, my body, my chest, my stomach and stuff was really sore.
I keep focusing on Joshua, not as a hero or a villain, but as a catalyst, because he didn't create the problem. He revealed it earlier than expected. And exposure destroys control, and control was the true currency here. Control over opponents' narratives and outcomes. One punch shattered that control, and control never gives up quietly. So be ready for resistance, for spin, for people suddenly recalling events differently. Because once control slips, everyone scrambles to grasp anything they can hold on to, even if it's a lie.
So nuts, right? Just the fact that he's willing to fight the two-time heavyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist, a guy who's gigantic in his pride, built like a Greek god. And you're going to stand, and he's a one-punch killer, and you're going to stand in front.
Joe Rogan analyzing this moment highlighted what had already become obvious from Joshua's performance. Some might shrug it off, saying, "Boxing injuries happen. Move on." That's lazy thinking. Context is crucial, and this moment is drenched in marketing promises of legitimacy that were never truly earned. When marketing outruns reality, someone ends up paying the price, and here, the cost was measured in bone and metal. Now that cost is being shuffled around, hoping someone else will take the hit. And no, I don't.
You could only take so much. And at a certain, like that one that he got from Joshua, say if you have like a punch card, you have like so many punches that you can get in your life, which I believe you do. I believe there's a certain number. That one was like 10 bunches.
Yeah.
That was like,
Yeah.
there was a lot of concussions in that one punch.
Sure.
That was real damage.
I keep thinking about what happens if Paul returns mentally, not physically. Because once you realize you can be broken, the ring starts to feel tighter and heavier. Confidence turns into performance, and performative confidence gets people hurt. That's not opinion, that's history, and history repeats without mercy. And behind all of this is the regulatory and legal side that no one wants to discuss, because commissions hate embarrassment. And this wasn't a small embarrassment, it was structural. Pressure bolts loosen outward, and consequences grow there. And it feels like we're only seeing the polished version right now, while the real conversations, the uncomfortable ones, are happening behind closed doors, where blame is traded and narratives are arranged. Those quiet rooms, not press conferences, are what shape the future. I don't think influencer boxing collapses overnight, but I do think the well has been poisoned. And poisoned wells don't announce themselves. They make everyone sick slowly, until nobody drinks anymore. That ending doesn't arrive with noise, it arrives with silence. And silence is terrifying when an entire business survives on constant attention. Ask yourself, who goes quiet first? What stays behind isn't the punch, it's the pause. That shared moment when everyone realized something irreversible happened. And irreversible moments don't disappear with PR spin, they just sit there, growing heavier. So yes, this feels messy and unresolved, because it is. Unsettled and evolving. And until honesty replaces choreography, the story keeps splitting open, and cracks spread on their own.
Pain?
Yeah, but it's not from like talking.
Talk to me about what your jaw feels like, because you got
It's like a baseball in there.
two
then-
plates,
It just feels like
4 titanium plates.
4 titanium plates. How many do you have?
Just one.
8 screws. 8 screws.
This ends with commissions in panic mode, insurers locking their phones, and an entire business model bleeding out in public. Now rewind with me, because if you blink, you miss the moment everything snapped. Reality tore straight through the script, and the system started screaming all at once. I'm talking about the instant normalcy walked in, and the machine panicked. Because when Joshua treated him like any other opponent in the ring, the fantasy shattered, and the silence after that punch was louder than the entire arena. No way, this can't be real. And if you think this was just a knockout, you already missed the real disaster forming behind it. I keep replaying it, and every replay makes it worse, not softer, because this wasn't simply a fighter getting hurt. This was leverage evaporating in real time. And here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. When everything is clean, people speak clearly and fast. But right now all you hear is noise, hesitation, careful wording tripping over itself. So ask yourself why the truth suddenly hates daylight. Who's delaying? Who's cashing in favors? And what exactly are they terrified will surface next? Here's my honest read. Think of the sparring partners and gym coaches who knew this gap existed but had no microphones. Every gym has voices warning danger, and they often get ignored. Those voices are likely feeling sick now, not vindicated. Being right about risk doesn't feel good when someone actually gets hurt. The media plays innocent, but thumbnails tell the real story. Outrage sells, until advertisers get scared. And fear is bad for